How are you all doing today? Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. Hi, Eileen. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Susie. Thank you. Hi, Shirley. Good morning, Karen. I'm using a new device. I have the tablet today. Good. All right, as you know, I put a poll up on the community tab of 5 different stitches. 2 were, it looks a lot brighter on the tablet. Good. Oh, and you can hear me better? Great. I put a poll up on the community tab of 5 different stitches, and 2 were the most popular, was the lattice stitch and the little bells. So those are the 2 stitches that we will learn today out of the good old Stitch Dictionary. Wow, on the tablet, the comments come and go. They're up for a second and then they just disappear. That's weird. So, do you guys want to start with the little lattice or with little bells first? I will give you the choice. You think I might have to look at the comments from my phone? I might have to. I can grab it real quick. Shirley wants to start with the bells. I like the bells. I think the bells is going to be a lot of fun. Let me try to figure this out here on how I can have both of these going at the same time. No, it won't let me do it. I've got the sound off on my phone. They're coming up. The comments are coming up. It's just if somebody stops typing, then they disappear for a second. So it's all good. All right, so you guys want to start with the little bells, which I'm going to show you is this pattern right here is the little bells. And I'll read the instructions real quick before we start. It says that you must have an even stitch count +1. Work in rows following the chart rows 1 through 3 once. Then repeat rows 2 and 3. I'll show it again, Eileen. Repeat rows 2 and 3. In row 2, crochet together 1 single crochet and a half double crochet into single crochets of the previous row. In row 3, work the single crochet in the chain space of the previous row around the chain. I've already tried to work this up, so it's very simple. And I'll show that again because Eileen said that it wasn't real clear for her. It's the bottom stitch right here called Little Bells. I don't know how to make it any clearer. Okay, we'll set that aside. So if everybody has their yarn and their hook, we will get started. I was up most of the night last night, by the way. I had a terrible sore throat this morning. It hurt so bad I wished I could rip it out. So when you guys are all ready and have your yarn and your hook, I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook. Hello, Rosalind. Thank you for stopping in. Hello, Living My Best Life. Thank you for coming in. And when you guys are all ready, if someone can just a thumbs up in the comments or yes, we're ready. Eileen is ready. Is Shirley ready? I believe Susie had a phone call, said she'd be right back. Yeah, Susie said she'd be right back. Shirley's ready. The family started talking to her. All right. We will go ahead and get started. If anybody does come in and they need to be caught up, I will explain to them and catch them up. So remember, we're making scarves, not blankets. Or if you don't want to make a scarf because you live in the warmer areas. Hi, Nancy. Welcome in. You can make squares if you want and join them later for a blanket, or however you want to do them if you just want to do squares instead of a scarf. Because I know some people live in the warmer climates and don't really have a need for scarves. There you go, Eileen. That's even a good idea. We could do them as dishcloths even. If you want to use the cotton yarn instead of acrylic, you can use cotton yarn and make dishcloths out of them. Okay, so for the little bells, it's going to be, you're in Texas, Shirley? Yeah, I'm sure you don't have much needs for scarves either. Hi, Ivy. Thank you for coming in. So this is worked in multiples of even stitches, and then you add one. So I'm just going to do 18 and then add one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A written pattern, I can see if I can link it into the description box after the live is over. It's coming out of my Stitch Dictionary. We got it out of this. I am using yarn from Temu called Spincasi. 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I have my 18, and then I'll add one more. And then it says in the second stitch from your hook, make a single crochet. And then we'll single crochet in each remaining stitch across the chain. You're welcome, Kathleen. I hope you all had a good weekend. Our weather was crazy this weekend. It keeps getting warm, cold, warm, cold. And then this wind, I don't think the wind's ever going to go away. I don't know how to make the CC work, Kathleen. I don't know if that's something I would have to do on my end or if it's something you would have to do on your end. And the last time I tried to play with buttons, I lost the live and had to start over. So I don't like playing with buttons. It says it isn't available, the CC. All right. I'm sorry, Kathleen. I wished I could change that. Thank you, Nancy. And then once you get to the end of the row, we're gonna chain 2, turn our work, and into the second stitch from their hook there, or in the row, we're going to do a single crochet, do you want me to slow down a little bit, Kathleen, if you're trying to write it? Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate you writing that down. Then we're going to yarn over the hook, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop for 4, then we'll pull through all 4 and chain 1. Then we'll single crochet into the next stitch, yarn over, go into the very next stitch, pull up a loop for 4, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. And this will be the repeat for the rest of this row. So single crochet into the next, how do I get 4, Eileen? When you single crochet, you pull up a loop, that's 2. Yarn over, go into the very next stitch, pull up a loop. That gives you 4 loops on your hook. Then you yarn over and pull through all 4 and chain 1. Yes, Nancy, that's right. You'll chain 1 and then, okay, I'll show you again, Eileen. Yes, you chain 2, turn your work, then into the second stitch, Eileen, you'll work a single crochet, then you'll yarn over your hook, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You should have 4 loops, pull through all 4 and chain 1. Yes, you do not complete the single crochet. You just, like you're going to do a single, yarn over, go into the next stitch, then you'll have 4 loops, yarn over, pull through all 4, and then chain 1. I should have said start a single crochet, and then yarn over, go into the next loop for 4, or next stitch, pull up a loop for 4, and then pull through all 4, chain 1. You got it now? Good. And then you'll just repeat that across this row. Good. I am glad you got it. And this is a 2-row repeat, but they're both very easy, so now when we get to the very last stitch, you're going to work a half double into that last stitch. Hi, Dawn. It's okay. We're learning to do the little bell stitch. And then that's what your first row should look like. I'll wait for everybody to get to the end of the row. Yes, Nancy, half double into the last stitch. I kind of like using my tablet better. I can see more of the chat, and when no one's saying anything, it just kind of goes away. And then when people say something, it comes back. That's really nice. I still do think, though, next month I am going to get a laptop. All right, Eileen's at the end. When we get to the end of row 1, we are going to You're doing great, Nancy. You really are, and I appreciate you doing that. We're going to chain 1 this time and turn our work. And this row will be single crochet. And we'll start with a single crochet in that chain 1 spot, which is right here at the beginning. We'll just do a single. And then some of the next one's going to be a little bit tight, but you're going to want a single crochet right in between where the single crochet was. And then the next one should be your chain 1 spot, single crochet. And then single. For row 1, yes, you were supposed to do a chain 1, Eileen. After you completed the pull through all 4 loops, and then it was chain 1. Do you want us to hold up a minute, Eileen? If you're, because we're not that far, if you need to frog it and start over. I can always call you later, Eileen, and we can go over it again if you'd like. I really need to learn to crochet just a tad bit looser. What do you mean not between the clusters, Nancy? For the single crochet row, or the chain 1 is very close to the clusters, and I probably should have told everybody. I can start over if you guys want. No, you don't chain one between the clusters. When you do the first row, when you do this, start the single crochet, then you yarn over and you go, well, this next row is row 1. So we'll chain 2. So row 3 is exactly as row 1. When you start, you'll start with a starting of a single crochet. You're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. Then you'll go into the next stitch with the starting of a single crochet, yarn over, go into the very next stitch, pull up a loop for 4 loops, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. Yeah, Eileen, you'll have to start over because that chain 1 spot you really kind of need for when you do the single crochet row when you come back across. Okay, you're starting over. And then row 3 is repeating this. No, you do not skip a stitch. You just go right into the next stitch, start with the half single. Yep, you just go right into the next stitch. Yarn over, go into the very next stitch. You'll have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. Start of the single, yarn over into the next stitch for 4 loops, go through all 4, chain 1. And that's the little bell stitch. It's super easy. It's a 2-row repeat. Whoops. So start the single, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 4, pull through all 4, chain 1. And we just do this till the end of the row. And in that very last stitch, if anybody's ahead, you'll do a half double crochet in that very last stitch. And that's how you do the bell stitch. The little bells, I should say. And then your next row would be all single crochets. Yes, Eileen. So we would chain 1, turn our work, and into that very first chain spot is where we would do our single crochet. And then in the single crochet spot, which is a little tight, just do a single crochet. And then you just single crochet all the way across. I grabbed my other yarn for our other stitch. All right, does everybody understand the little bell stitch now? Does anybody have any questions on the little bells? It is a very pretty little stitch for as easy as it is. This next one is the one I'm a little worried about. If you have any questions, please ask them before we start learning the next stitch. If everybody's got the little bells down, we'll go ahead and move on to the little lattice. All right, is everybody ready to move on now to the little lattice stitch? And you guys can always refer back to the replay if you need help, or you can look it up on YouTube. If I'm sure they've got all these stitches on YouTube somewhere. All right, so the little lattice is, and it says it is an odd stitch count +1 for your beginning chain. Work in rows following the chart. Work rows 1 through 3 once. Ready with your pen, okay. Work in rows following the chart. Work rows 1 through 3 once, and then repeat rows 2 and 3. Oh, I hope it comes, Nancy. And this one consists of chain and single crochets. And it's fairly simple as well. So multiples of 3 and then +1. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 21 for my multiples of 3 plus 1 more. In the second chain from your hook, we're going to work a single crochet and then single crochet in each chain across the row. Thank you again, Nancy. I appreciate you writing it in the chat. I'm excited for you to get your Stitch Dictionary. You're going to love it. I'm supposed to get mail today too, and I'm excited to get my mail too. If my mailman ever shows up too. He comes at all different times. Oh, I've got my fingers, toes, legs, arms, eyes, everything crossed for you, sweetie. You have the older version, Shirley? I think they're all probably pretty much. I am getting 2 new O-Fire hooks in the mail today. I'll do a video for you guys so you guys can see them when I open them. All right, once we get to the end of this row of all single crochets, we are going to chain 1, turn our work into the very first stitch. We will work a single crochet. Yes, Karen, I'm excited. This will make 4 that I have of them now. Once you work your single crochet, we are going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, skip 2, and then single crochet. Then we'll chain 3, yes, chain 3 after the single crochet. And then you'll skip 2 and single crochet again. And that's the repeat for the first row. So you'll start with a single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, and single crochet, and repeat that across the row. So skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, There you go, Shirley. That would work. That would be nice. Then you should have 2 stitches left. Skip 1 and single crochet into that last stitch. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those hooks made out of that clay. Dawn Erin Loving Hands does it. She makes hooks too as well out of clay. Once everybody's at the end of the row, we are going to chain 1, turn our work into that very first stitch. We will do our single crochet, if you've made pens, you should be able to most definitely be able to make a hook. And then we're going to chain 3, skip 2, or no, wait. Yeah, skip 2, and single crochet. Chain 3, yes, Shirley, in the chain. And then you're going to chain 3, skip 2, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, skip 2, chain 3, and then in our last stitch we will do a single crochet, and that's the little lattice stitch. And then you'll just keep repeating the back and forth. It is. You guys chose very, very pretty stitches this week. And on my community tab for next Monday, I will put up 5 new stitches out of the stitch dictionary, and we'll do those. So we have all week to work on whatever project you guys are turning them into. Mine are going to be scarves. Yes, Nancy, repeat until you get tired. I like that. because I still got my blanket I'm doing as well. But I'm going to do both of mine into a scarf, and I'll just put those in the box for the kids for the schools. I think this is going to be fun. And like I said, you can turn them into squares, you can do dishcloths, scarves, whatever you want to do. I just think it's neat that we're learning new stitches. We get to try something different, and I like hanging out with you guys as well. So I don't mind doing this at all. I think this is a lot of fun. So like I said, I will put 5 new ones up on the community tab for next week. It is a win-win, Eileen. You're right. I get to hang out with you guys, and we get to learn something fun. What did you do last night, Nancy? It wasn't the lottery, and you didn't find the... You crack me up. Did you win another prize? You made an Impkin. You're welcome, Kathleen. Thank you for coming in. I so want one of those Impkin books. Maybe I'll order one of those. Thank you, Eileen, for reminding everybody about the thummies. I appreciate it. I know I've been doing a lot of that just an arm, but you understood the directions. Hey, even if it's just an arm, at least you're learning how to read the patterns and the instructions. And like I said, I thought I couldn't read. You put that book in your cart too? I think I'm gonna go check. I don't go to Amazon or anything because I won't pay brand new prices. I'll go to Elbarest Books or a used bookstore and see if I can find an Impkins book, because I mean, look what I got. I got this brand new, you guys. The lady bought it, looked at it once, and it's a $30 book, and I got it for 16 bucks. Yeah, I don't like the magic ring either. And I don't like the chain 4 slip stitch to make a circle either. I think that's why I like Fiber Spider's way of making shawls, is because he doesn't do the magic ring or the chain 4 slip stitch to make a circle. He just works right into that first stitch and goes, and it still comes out just as beautiful. And my mom will have her shawl on Thursday. I mailed that out. Well, I didn't. Mr. Cozy mailed it out for me Saturday. He went and dropped it off at the post office, and it had the baby blanket and booties and baby beanie that I made for her for my great nephew. And I put that shawl in there. So she's going to be surprised Thursday when it gets there. I can't wait for her to get it. I've heard about the Crochet Monster ones too. Miss C's way of making the magic ring. I'll have to check that out. My niece, unfortunately, is going to have to see an orthopedic surgeon for her wrist. It wasn't the big bone in her wrist that got broke. It was several of the little bones. And even with her being in the temporary cast till they can put the plaster cast on, the bones aren't lining up and healing. So she's going to have to see an orthopedic surgeon, and she's probably going to have those bones pinned and fused together. The guy that hit her was an 85-year-old man. He was eating Chex Mix, and he did not see her because he was reaching for his Chex Mix. And he had just PLPD. They're not going to sue the man, but they're going to sue the man's insurance company for the medical bills. A crochet world of creepy creatures. Oh, I bet that would be fun too, Shirley. I've never made anything that is amigurumi. I've never done anything. My first thing I wanted to try was Miss C's Somebody. And I've got the yarn out for it. I've got the fiber fill. I don't like working in the round. It's not my thing. I can do it. I just don't like to. Oh, it's okay, Susie. You can watch the replay. We just did this is the little lattice stitch, which is super easy. And then this is the little bells stitch, which is a 2-row repeat and is also easy. And then my chat disappeared. That's the only thing I don't like, is it disappears too quick. Oh no, Nancy. That's terrible. Thank you, Susie. Yes, they are. They're both really cute stitches. So you guys picked them out, not me. I just put it up in the poll, and those were the 2 that won out of the 5 I put up. So I will pick another 5 out of the book. Do you guys want to do some a little bit more difficult, or do you guys want to do something with shells and fans, or we can do some spike stitch or raised stitch patterns, which I'm not fond of because then you got to do the front post and back post. I don't like neither one of those, but I'll do them for you guys if you want. Or we have crossed and interlocking stitches and cables. A ripple and chevrons and waves. And then we have the edgings and borders, or we have granny squares. So it's all right, so you guys like the fancier type stitches. You like them all except for the straight single crochet. Well, we've got our choice. We've got basic stitch patterns. We've got shells and fans. We've got clusters, popcorns, baubles, puffs, and nups. Spike stitches, raised patterns, mesh and trellis, crossed and interlocking stitches, ripple and chevrons, or granny squares. And then they've got edgings and borders, but I don't think we need to do an edging and border right yet. We haven't made anything to put edging or border on. I've never tried it, Karen, and I know Nancy said this was her first time as well, so it is on my to-do list to try to make. If you guys like the fancy stitches, I think I will pick next time out of the shells and fans. That or out of the clusters and popcorns and baubles and nups. But it's up to you guys too. If it was not in the round, Eileen, yes, I probably would like it. I mean, I don't mind working in the round. I have a hard time getting it started, but once I get it started, I'm okay. Because I make the beanies for the kids at the school. I just sometimes, once I get that made. Today is Monday. Oh, she's not on today? No Make Along Monday with VJ? I wonder what's up with that. Thank you, Eileen. I'll look for that. The only time VJ don't come on is if something's up with Shorty or if she's not feeling well. Okay, family. I would say that's about the only time that she wouldn't come on is... Welcome in, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've been putting a lot of the hashtag Go Support of new people on my community tab as well. So check out that. If there's anybody on there that you are not subscribed to, please go give them a cozy hug. Tell them I sent you. I would very much appreciate that. Okay, good. I hope it's not anything bad either, Nancy. VJ is a very sweet lady. I just adore her. I adore everybody that is on the YouTube streets. Well, just about everybody. There's one or two I could do without, but most everybody I adore and look forward to seeing. But yeah, there's a couple that I would just rather... No thanks. VJ's a lot of fun too, Shirley. Yeah, you're right. She is. I love her laugh. When she gets to laughing, I can't stop laughing when she starts laughing. She's so much fun. And thank goodness Dee is home from the hospital. Can you believe that? What happened to her? That makes anybody... Well, I don't use a public restroom anyway. I refuse to. I will hold it before I will use any public restroom. Exactly, Nancy. I'm the same way. I won't watch them. I'm not subscribed to them, and I won't give them 1 inch of my attention. Not even 1/4 of an inch of my attention. Yeah, it was. Shirley, Dee from Dee's Creative Hands, she's got it on her replay of a live she did. She had used the Michaels public restroom, and she said it wasn't dirty or anything, and there was no trash or anything. She ended up with a very, very bad infection in her bottom, and it put her in the hospital. So you can watch her replay. It's at Dee's Creative Hands. It's not something I want to, but it was horrible. Yeah, on her bottom, she had a very nasty abscessed infection from using a public restroom. So, if you use a public restroom, please make sure you bring some type of sanitizing wipes, some spray. Uh, Make sure you wrap it in toilet paper, toilet seat covers, or hover. Yes, I'm glad the doctors did know. It is very scary. That's why I will not use a public restroom. I will hold it until I just can't hold it anymore, and then I would rather pull over on the side of the road and squat in the bushes before I'll use a public restroom. I do not use public restrooms at all. I don't care how clean the store is. I just, no way. At your age, you can't hold it anymore, Eileen? Well, they make those adult pads now for people. It is pretty bad when going to the bathroom can almost kill you, yes. Yeah, hover. But I still won't use one, especially after seeing what happened to Dee. And yes, make sure you go before you leave the house. Use your own. That way. But as much coffee as I drink, sometimes it's kind of hard to hold it. But trust me, I will go out in the bushes on the side of the road before I will use a public restroom. No way am I using a public restroom. Oh, yes, the garbage can would probably be cleaner than the toilet. Oh, you guys are hilarious. You guys crack me up. And for those of you that don't know, Softball Susie Twisted Roots, she dyes yarn, but it's all organically dyed. No chemicals, nothing. It's all natural dyes. Um, she's gonna she put up a couple of videos of some stuff that she's going to be using to dye yarn with and what types of yarn that she will be dyeing. So if you have not checked her out yet, please go check her out because I look forward. I can't wait to see some of her yarns that she dyes. I'm just it. I'm itching to get my hands on some. Yes, she's the one with the black beans. Yep, that's her. Yes, Eileen, I can't wait. You only use cheap yarns? Cheap acrylic? Oh, I can't wait, Susie. I am so excited. I've had a mixture of acrylic, wool, mohair, the so-called alpaca, but Nancy and Eileen, you guys may be long lost twins. Oh, Susie, I can't wait. Alpaca. I supposedly got the 95% alpaca and 5% acrylic from Timu, and there wasn't no alpaca in it. I got my money back from them as well because I told them, I said, that was false advertisement. There wasn't one bit of alpaca in it. All it was glorified acrylic yarn. There was no alpaca in it. None. That's why I said you take your chances sometimes when you order from Temu. Sometimes you get good yarns, sometimes not so much. I do have an order coming from Temu, but there is no yarns in it this time. I ordered some more new diamond paintings. What happens if it's not at the right temperature, Susie? But I was saying I ordered some, I think I got four or six new diamond paintings. And then I ordered this table thing, and you can clamp your diamond painting on it, and then it comes with a whole bunch of, oh, it curls or felts. Okay. But it comes with like all these tools, which I've already got the tools, but I guess it can't hurt to have extra. Yes, Shirley had bison yarn. Oh, I would like to try that as well. But this table I got, you can clip it, and it has 3 different brightnesses of light. So that will help me see better too. Plus, I've got an overhead light that I use. And I started a bear one. It's got a mama with her cubs, and then like a dad bear sitting down by the river. I started that one 2 days ago, and I'm almost halfway through it, and it's a 30 by 40. I want to try some of that Malabrigo yarn. I really do. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what it is, Eileen. It's like it's a light pad table thing. I will most definitely tell you how it works, Karen. I mean, it was a whole kit. It comes with everything. It's got a roller, it's got the cement, it's got a tweezers, it's got the separator thing to make sure your lines are staying straight. Um, four four clips, containers, a big thing of containers to hold your beads. I mean, it's come. I can't remember if it was like a 21 or a 27 set piece or kit, and I got it for 17 bucks on Temu. So I'll see what it's like. Plus, it's got 3 different levels of brightness on the table for lighting up. I wish the chat wouldn't disappear. I don't dare to press any buttons because the last time I did that, I got lost and had to start over. And I still, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to add mods. I've never used anything except for a little light that plugs into a phone charger thing, and then it just kind of bends and it sits over top of my hang on, I'll tell you what it was called that I got off of Temu. It's called an artificial diamond painting A4 LED light pack kit. A dimmable light brightness board. And then it comes with, oh, you guys can't see. That's terrible. It comes with all of that stuff. It comes with the charger, everything. It says $21.48, but I had a coupon, so mine was only $17. And then I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new diamond paintings. I gotta figure all this technology stuff out. I'm gonna have to find somebody who's technically smart, technology savvy. Yeah, the last time I touched any buttons on the screen, like for the chat, it just tells me that all messages are visible. And then if I lose you guys, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. This one says share. Well, I don't want to share it. And then I've got a turnaround thing. Yeah, I don't know how to work all this stuff. I'm going to have to read up on it. And maybe getting a laptop would have been a little bit easier to maneuver and use, but I'll get there. Shirley, I just approved you for the diamond painting group. Thank you, Eileen. Well, already, guys, I guess I will call this. We trust you, Shirley. I am going to let you guys all go and work on these. If you guys just want to make dishcloths or scarves or squares to join in a blanket, go ahead. Yes. I will pick out 5 new stitches and put those on the community tab so that we can, or you guys can vote. It won't allow me to vote. The 2 most popular ones will be the ones that we will do next Monday. I will do a video of the 2 new hooks that I get in the mail today. And then my regular live will be Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The crochet alongs will be on Mondays at 11 Pacific. So I might. Nancy. At least you guys can help make me laugh and brighten up my days. I'm even feeling poopy today. You guys. Yes, the bell stitch is a one-sided. The bells should pop out like so. The other side will be just flat. And then the little lattice stitch, it doesn't matter either way. It's a two-sided. So you guys did good with picking those out. I hope I was able to teach them to you easily. I get fumbled on my words sometimes, and okay, guys, I will see you Friday on my regular live. I will put videos up in the meantime. So until then, you guys have a great day. Stay cozy and keep crocheting, my friends. Bye till next time.